Hey everybody, welcome to Youth Sports and Activities Midwest. I'm your host Brian French, and I am joined by my partner on the mic, Dave Penning. Dave, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, my partner Brian. Doing good.
Good. We've got quite a bit on the show for you today, and I know it's been a topic of conversation. My playoff mullet for the St. Louis Blues, and I'm not even a hockey fan, but I figured, what the heck.
Looks good on you.
Really, it's just to hide the bald spots. I'm just saying it's a hockey mullet.
Looks good on you.
But, you know, you do what you can. Do what you can, and that's where we go. What do you think, Lauren? No? She don't like it either. Nobody likes my hockey mullet, man. So I may have to get it cut off. Well, what are you going to do? But the Blues are 2-1 in the playoff. They're up 2-1.
Exciting game last night.
It came right down.
The local boy, Patty Maroon.
I'll tell you, man. They're making it some thrillers. They have won some tight hockey games.
Good for the city.
It is. You know what? And honestly, I'm not a hockey fan. I've never have been. I follow the Blues, because it's St. Louis. It's kind of like the Cardinals. You don't have to be a hockey fan. I'm rooting for the Blues. It's been a long time. They haven't won a Stanley Cup, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Exactly. And so it's kind of like the Cubs. They're the Cubs of hockey in that respect, I guess, right?
This is our year.
And so everybody, and I've always made the joke with hockey fans that the Blues are the most apropos named sports club ever.
Good word.
I'm using my college education.
Let me Google that and see what that means.
But they've every year, they've gotten this close, and it's like everybody goes, oh, and they're the Blues. It leaves you blue. So, but this year maybe it'll be different. It'll be the Blue Note, and it'll be singing a happy tune.
Yeah, the city's on fire. They're fired up about it. I'm glad. That's what we need here.
I am too.
Big win last night too. So hey, we're
absolutely.
On the roll.
18 wins for the Cardinals. I mean, that's huge, man.
I think that's the top in Major League right now.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's right there. They're right there. And I think I read this morning that 18 wins is the most wins they've had in April. But, of course, the season started in March. So, I mean, it's great. And season starts. So those things are relative. But still, 18 wins, that's huge. And everybody always talks about, well, baseball doesn't start till, after the All-Star break. Listen, if you're trying to play catch-up, it's not good, I don't think. Because once you get to the All-Star break, yeah, you can go on a run and you can but if you're expending so much energy trying to get yourself back in the race, they petered out last year.
The Blues are going to prove you wrong on that, because in January they were the worst team in the NHL. Now they're favored to win the Stanley Cup.
They are favored, aren't they?
Yeah. So this is our year. I'm telling you, this is the year.
He jumped right off the Cardinals right back to the Blues, man.
Hot topic.
All right. Well,
hot topic.
Go Blues, right? Go Blues. That's all we got to say. Well, hey, folks, we want to talk a little bit about just our community spotlight, some things that we'll have on our community page, just information that's up and doing. I check Facebook a lot, and people that we follow from all the clubs around. Don Rogers posted a Facebook post the other day. Carlos Santangelo of Chaminade was named the Chinooks High School Athlete of the Week. This was from a post on April 18th. We're going to have a link to that on our community page, and Lauren will probably have the URL up at some point, if not already. But we'll have that there, so you can go check that out. I think it's cool to support these kids in the community and really seeing what's happening with these athletes as I mean, you're named the Chinooks High School Athlete of the Week. People go, oh, what does that mean? Well, hey, that's a pretty big deal. Wouldn't you think?
Congratulations, Carlos.
I think so. I think it's cool. And just looking around, remember, we always check our academies. The Gators Baseball Academy has a Memorial Day camp coming up May 27th. You can check out their Facebook page at GBA Facility. for this and other upcoming events. And make sure you're checking out, if you're in the South Side, South County, there's some great places down there. Of course, Champions Village, they do a lot of great stuff. The St. Louis Force. I think you got All-Star Academy down there. Up here, of course, you have the Field House with Matt Shadow and his group. They've got some community stuff. So make sure you're following their pages. Check it out. Summer's coming. Kids are almost out of school, 3 weeks or something like that. So you need to find something to do, right? So you're not tormenting mom.
More than just a hitting facility. Multi-purpose facilities.
Exactly. And gives mom a break during the summer, right? Because all of a sudden the kids are home and it's like,
Got to free up some shopping time.
Exactly. And we're just going to take a real quick roll around some of this. Just looking at Facebook, the Adidas A's, Nick Herron's team took 3 wins to capture a championship this week. He posted on that. Congrats, guys. That's tough to win 3 ball games in a day. So you got St. Louis Bandits group. They're out there. Their softball group, the 10U fast pitch team, Thomas, won back-to-back weekends, took home some hardware. The 10U Blue, we saw some Bandits out this weekend at the Show Me Slam. So great job, guys. Keep it up. Getting a lot of hardware this weekend. The St. Louis Force, we saw a lot of the Force out this weekend, didn't we?
Yes,
they were kind of all over the state. There was in Columbia, down in Arnold, and at the Show Me Slam, and they're kind of everywhere.
Lindenwood,
yeah. And they Augustine's team, we'll get to that. Congrats. Best of the Midwest, they were down in Branson too.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
My God, hey, thanks St. Louis Force for supporting Game 7. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Exactly. And you know what? You look at this up and down, man, from 9U all the way up to 14U. These kids they're winning.
Yes, they are, Brian. And like you said, we were all over the map last night.
Exactly.
Busy weekend.
And you look at these club teams, and I know everybody kind of goes, "Oh, the club teams." Well, look, let's put this in perspective. We all understand that winning isn't always the point at this age level, correct?
That's correct.
But if you're teaching kids the right things and the right things to do, what is usually the result of that? Success, right?
Success, sure.
So if you're getting good instruction with the right attitude and you're putting it out on the ball field, you're not going to win every time.
No.
But your chances do improve, correct?
Absolutely.
And I always believe personally, and I know people, I'm gonna throw myself here out there a little bit, and I'll explain that, okay? Because this is a lot of fun stuff for me. And I think this is a tough thing for most people to understand. I do believe in winning.
Well, I hope so. That's why we play the game, right?
Right? And I know that everybody goes, "Oh my gosh, you can't." No, but I do believe in winning. But you don't win all the time.
No. If you're winning all the time, you need to move up.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. So you have class divisions in Game 7, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how do you look at that? How do you judge those things, Dave?
Well, it's funny that you bring that up, Brian, because I'm starting to get some emails now that we do have some history under our belt. Mother Nature is somewhat cooperating with us, and I'm very impressed with a lot of the coaches, and they're asking and they're saying, "Hey, Dave, I want to challenge my boys this weekend. I'm looking, can we move up this weekend?" And that's the only way that I'm going to get better, if I see better competition. So, caps off to you guys who's reached out to us, and Schmitty and I are going to get together with each other and start making some calls and communicating with some of these teams and looking at their history and pushing them up a little bit. But we will do that through communication with those guys, see how they feel about it, and we'll go from there.
So, and that, I think that's the relationship building between Game 7 and the clubs, the teams, the coaches, correct?
That is correct. We have open ears. We listen to them. And like I said, a lot of them are being proactive about it and reaching out to me versus us reaching out to them. So thanks to you. You know who I'm talking about, who did this week. And we appreciate it. And it's all under the premise of, hey, how do I make my kids better? Well, you play better competition. And They're being proactive and reaching out to us earlier than last year and saying, hey, we want to look at maybe, being reclassified and moving up in competition.
And I think that's because as we go through later in the show, we're going to talk a little bit about the tournaments and there's rankings. And I think those are because there are class rankings and then you have the overall rankings. So if you're listed as a AA team, but you're sitting at the top of the overall rankings, it may be a function of it's time to move up in class, right?
Yeah, it's case by case sometimes. Some weekends the competition isn't as strong as the next maybe, and a lot of these teams, what they're doing is they're looking at it and looking at the Look Who's Coming list saying, hey, you know what, I'm right there on the cusp of a AA and a AAA team, Dave. If you have room, that's the first thing, we got to look and see if we have room.
Sure.
I would like to challenge my boys this weekend and move up to AAA.
There you go.
Or in some cases, sorry to cut you off, but in some cases, if you're like a 9U team, and the 10U is the same base distance, they want to challenge their boys and move up and play in the 10U division, which is great.
Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with it, too, because you don't want to extend maybe the bases or pitching distance on some of those kids yet, do you?
Yeah, some of the distances is taxing, especially when you move from, the 5480 on the 13 up to the full-size slate, the 6090. That's a big jump there, but some of the guys like Sal McGee's team this weekend did quite well with it down in Columbia, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the show.
Absolutely. And what's funny is, and some of those ages, like from 9 to 12, in my opinion, and you still see it at the older age levels, but this is where you really see that dynamic. We're out at Ellisville shooting some games and stuff, and I think it was the 10U field because it was on field 5. We're on field 5 shooting.
It had been either 10s or 11s, depending on the time of the day it was.
It was later in the afternoon on Sunday. It was championship bracket Sunday.
It was 11 then.
So it was 11U. There was a young man that comes out on deck, and I use the term young man because he was taller than his coach at 11. I'm like, here's this kid, and there isn't anybody that would say, excuse me, coach, can I see the birth certificate, please? Because he was a full-grown kid. I mean, he was my height. I'm 6'1", and this kid was every bit 6'1", and it just blew me away. And then, you have the kid at third base who's like 5'0". And, so it just cracks me up. And so I think that's sometimes the difference in what you're dealing with as well, too. And I think it's just so funny because are you physically able to translate to a further distance, especially in pitching? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, like I said, it's a case-by-case, weekend-by-weekend scenario, too. Some adapt well than others, and nobody knows their kids better than the coaches, so...
Absolutely. We got one last thing we want to pass along. Got a great friend of the show. We were looking at Facebook, Lynn Hart Jr. And it was cool watching this because I umpire, and it's close to me. And Lynn also has been a referee and an umpire for many years, and he is bringing his son along. And I think, Lauren, you got the pick up, right? Yeah, you can see the pick there. Lynn worked with his son. He's been mentoring him, and he wants to start umpiring and get into that. He's a great athlete himself. And so I think that's great, and we need more of that with dads bringing their kids along who want to and not looking at it as a negative, yeah?
That's right. Lynn's been with us a lot with Game 7, and a great guy, a great individual, and a great umpire on and off the field, and yeah, welcome, Cam.
There you go. So I think that's great. And so shout out to you, Lynn, and doing that. I know I've worked, my son has started to umpire. He's umpired with you guys a little bit. So he's working his way into that. And, long term, and I thought it was great, the line he put on there. If nothing else, it's a great part-time job.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, speaking of Justin, when's he coming back? We can share you. So we have a full slate coming up here.
Okay, since you brought it up, I wasn't going to do it, but since you brought that up, I am going to, he's almost done with school, but they finished out the year, I'm going to brag, on a 5-game win streak. They're part of the the National Christian College Athletic Association, because Hannibal LaGrange is part of the Southern Baptist Convention. And so they're part of that. So they qualified to get into their postseason tournament. So they're going to be traveling to South Carolina to play in that. So good for them. So bad for you.
I can't be selfish. We would love to have you, Justin, but we totally understand. No, congratulations.
So I think that's very good. It's always good to get in some postseason play and whatnot, and I hope they do well. So, son. And he finished off. He had some tough games this year, but he's proud of him. He hung in there, pitched well. Pitched well against your Missouri Baptist team.
That's right. That's a tough lineup.
It is, man. Those kids can smash.
I think you were telling me when they removed him in the 5th inning, they had the lead, right?
Yeah, and
just couldn't hold on to it for him. That's all right. It
lost
happens,
6-5. Lost 6-5.
It
was a good ball game. Tip of the cap. Hey,
yeah.
That's one more play. That's all, and you got to tip your cap and move on.
Yeah. In all fairness, congratulations, Justin, and look forward to having you back.
So hey, we're gonna take a little break here, and we'll come back with some more Game 7 talk. But first, I want to talk about our good friends at Live Well Chiropractic, Dr. Elizabeth Crumbaugh. Love Dr. Liz. She does our, you need to check out the show we do with her called The Rep. She gives tips and advice that I wouldn't even have thought of, man. Chiropractic-wise, allergies and all kinds of stuff that she deals with as a chiropractor, it blows me away. And people are having success with this. It's great stuff. So check out Dr. Liz at livewellstcharles.com. Get a consultation. She'll be happy to talk to you. So we'll be right back with our Game 7. We're spotlighting the 12U and 13U. Great stuff this weekend. All right, folks, time to get into some Game 7 baseball from all over the state of Missouri. We're going to start down in southwest Missouri in Springfield. Those guys down there in the barn house with Caleb and Travis are working hard, getting some good tournament stuff in. We're going to start with the 9U Open. All their tournaments are open. Now, a lot of the classes are AA down there. We see a few AAA and whatnot, but they're growing down there. But, hey, champs down there in the 9U division, the Springfield Mavericks, that's a good club down there. They've come up here and played some ball, and they're always
in Branson, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good club. Monsters Baseball, shout out to you, finishing second there. The Mavericks are 3-0, and Monsters Club is out of Fairgrove, Missouri. Gave a great effort, just came up just a smidge short. So good luck to you guys next time. The 10U Open, the Dust Devils finished in second place, and the Midwest Patriots, they're from right there in Springfield, Mo, went 3-0 to take the ship and bringing their Game 7 tourney record to 4-2. So, hey, 4-2, that's a pretty good record. I'll take that. The 14U Open bracket was the Branson Pirates. Now, I've seen them and watched them for the last few weeks. That Branson Pirates team, they're pretty good.
Yes.
They are, and their record shows it. They're 7-1 in Game 7 tournament play, and I think I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say that. Don't know, so I'm not going to say what I don't know. I'm going to leave it right there. But 7-1 in Game 7 tournament play. Shout out to the Branson Pirates. Good luck. Keep it up, guys. So now we're going to move to Columbia, Missouri. Schmitty was out there at Atkins Park again, right?
No, that was KP Shaw was at Columbia this week, and Schmidt was down in Branson. We were at Atkins Park there in Columbia. Beautiful facility. We had the 13s and the 14s there this weekend, Brian, and a good turnout. And the more we were there, the more it's going to get exposed to the St. Louis teams, and it's a great facility, guys. If you have some room left on your schedule, I think we're down there 2 more times this year, and we're looking to add some more next year. So. Columbia's a short drive down Highway 70. Don't miss out on it. And go why the Mizzou Tigers are still in town. Go catch a ball game. A lot of them did the last couple times they've been there.
And there's some good clubs.
Yeah, it's essentially right in the middle of the state. You can get some Kansas City traffic heading this way, and it's a meet in the middle per se.
Just looking here as the 13U. That Coach Smith and his Extreme, they're 8-2 and ranked number 2 in the AAA class standings.
Yeah, Coach Smith's been with us for a while. We appreciate his support. And, man, look at right there. He's doing a great job again this year.
And then the Boonville Braves right there behind him at 6-3. They're number 4 in the rankings.
Yep, that's great because, unfortunately we didn't get to finish that Division 13 or 14. Mother Nature came through there late in the afternoon, and we were unable to complete our, championship games in Columbia.
It's kind of hard holding a metal bat with lightning going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah. No.
So clear the field, boys. Clear the field.
Yeah. And then the 14U, we had Sal McGee's team taking a challenge. They are actually a 13U major team. They're very good, and we talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, how we, have some teams that move up and play up in age group and sometimes a different classification or division. In this case, he's a 13U. He played up to 14U and did extremely well. They were playing another local team out of St. Louis, the Outlaws here. And unfortunately, we didn't get to complete the championship game, but I'm sure it would have been a good one.
Oh man, I think so too. And that's all you want is good baseball.
That's right.
And there was a lot of good baseball around. There was good baseball down in Branson. I know we're not going to get into a lot of that today. There was good but shout out to the guys down in Branson. Best of the Midwest, ballparks of America again. Down in Arnold, Show Me Slam, AA tournament down there. Check out Game 7's Facebook. If you're following Game 7, all the pictures are there. All the champions are there. Go check them out. But we're going to head over to the Show Me Slam in Ellisville. We were there this weekend with these guys doing a little video work, and we spotlighted the 12U and 13U AAA major divisions. So we're gonna give you a little shout out to these guys in every age division here. We got in the 10U AA division. Who were the champs?
The champs were the Missouri Gators.
Look at those Gators, man. I'll tell you, it's what I was talking about earlier. You look at the overall work of the club. They come out, they compete, they get in. They don't always win the whole thing, but they're always right in the mix, aren't they?
Yeah, Coach Randy Manor. Very loyal to Game 7. We appreciate that. They did extremely well. But, the Bandits Black gave it all they can handle. They had a really good weekend.
There you go. And there again, the Bandits, we see them a lot. We expressed that earlier. A lot of hardware given out. And shout out to Manor and his club. They're number 2 overall. And number 1 in his class. So if you're number 2 overall, that means that is AAA major. That's all of them, and he's number 1 overall in his class. So, good job, guys. In the 10U AAA major division, you got Don Rogers finishing as the finalist, and you got the St. Louis Force Elite out there at Mr. Augustine and his group, 10-1.
Yeah, that division was held over at the beautiful confines of Lindenwood College.
That was great, man. 10-1. That's pretty impressive, man.
It's really good.
I mean, every week you're looking at these age groups. Don Rogers' team is good. They have a good group over there with the Rawlings Extreme. And so if you're playing in these terms, you better bring your lunch.
Yeah, especially that 10U AAA major division. There's some good talent in that division there.
So they're going to be moving up the rankings again there. So 11U AA division, you had a couple teams from outside the St. Louis area coming over from Illinois. Well, one from Illinois, the other Montgomery County Bombers.
The champion was the Metro East Mavericks, coached by Steve Taylor. Congratulations, Steve. Did a great job with his young men this weekend and took home the gold in the 11U AA division, like you mentioned before. The Montgomery County Bombers finished second. Again, they had a great weekend through pool play, but just come up a little short in the championship game.
There you go. Both teams right now sit 3-2-1 in Game 7 tournament play, so keep it up, guys. We look forward to seeing you out there again. 11U AAA Major, we had Jiminy Pete. Here we go again. This is a very good team.
Yes.
Coach Ebert and his Missouri Gators beat up. I shouldn't say, I did beat the Hitmen for the championship game, moving their record to 6-0-1 in Game 7 tournament play, closing the gap on the St. Louis Force in the rankings. So it's getting right down to it. All those teams right in there. Again, another good quality division, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, sir, it is. 11U AAA major. Our 10, 11, and 12 AAA majors are extremely good.
The Hitmen coming over from Illinois, they're moving up the rankings in the Illinois rankings, going 3-1. So good luck to you guys. Keep up the work. We're going to move over. We're saving our spotlight divisions, but we're going to move down here to the 13U AA division. The Southside Prospects came up just a little short. Let's talk about the St. Louis Eagles.
Yeah, Bert came up a little short there. He's with us a bunch. And the St. Louis Eagles come on board with, they had Game 7 trickled in a little bit last year, but have moved over to us this year. I think they're in like 6 events, and they're doing really well. And that's one of those teams right there that we alluded to earlier that are like on the brink of a AAA ball club and tinkering on the AA, AAA thing. So that's one that we're going to watch out and see how they fare in their next tournament. And I might be calling Mike up and saying, hey, congratulations, but you know what? Well, it's time that we may have to move up here.
It was a good championship game. They beat the Southside Prospects 4-3, and they're 6-0 right now. So, it's just what Dave was talking about there. So congrats, guys. Keep up the good work. It's good baseball. That's a good championship game. I love seeing stuff like that. 4-3, that's a good ball game, man. Love stuff like that. So let's finish out with our 14U division. We got two Rawlings Tigers teams that were battling it out for the trophy. Coach Johns and Coach Gilmore, and we got a chance to be there. We'll have the championship trophy award ceremony on our website that you can check that out. We won't be able to show that today. It's long. We take our time. We show it all. Dave, he does a great job. He's got a great face for TV.
Great face for radio, maybe.
So congrats to Mr. Gilmore, Mr. Johns. You guys are still, and they're right there in those those rankings as well. And the Rawlings Tigers are a great club there.
Yes, sir. Great club. And they made Mr. Jaworski proud. And 2 Rawlings Tiger teams in the final right there in the 14U with Show Me Slam.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So let's talk about our 2 spotlight divisions this weekend. We're going to start with the 12U AAA and major divisions. Before we get to our champions and whatnot, we're going to talk a little bit about some of these teams in that Final Four. You had the St. Louis Gamers Blue. You had Team Illini. You had the St. Louis Dynamite Black and the St. Louis Force Elite Medi, which really was a great Final Four for that division.
If you look at some of the scores that are archived on our website, you can find them under view. I think it's past events. That's what it's located under. I think they were all one-run ball games, if memory serves me correctly. But they were really good ball games, semifinals and finals.
Absolutely. So, and as we got there, the St. Louis Force, as we came into the ballpark, St. Louis Force had just finished their semifinal win and was into the championship game. And, Lauren, we have a little interview with the St. Louis Force there. Why don't you key that up? Hey, I'm here with the St. Louis Force out of Fenton, Missouri. You guys are most of your kids from down that way, Coach?
I'd say about half. Half are south, but then we got some up coming all around. So north, and, it's all around. But I'd say about half our team is from Fenton area.
Okay. You're into the semifinals, won that one. Going to the championship game. How have your kids looked this weekend?
What do you think?
We looked okay.
It's big.
We won.
Yeah?
We won, so we won.
Be honest.
How
have you guys played?
Let's say, well, how did I describe it?
We got to start hitting
What did I describe it?
There's
Three
been
words.
ugly.
The good?
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right, but hey, the good thing is we've been resilient. We've been able to pull out some of these close games, and that's fantastic. They've been close. We're playing really good competition, and that's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
we've gotten some good pitching. I don't think we've played at our top at times, but that's true with this 12U. It's 12U, so that's true with all all these teams. So, but that was the good, and then we've had the bad. I'm not even going into the bad and the ugly, but we know what that is, right? But that last game we played, that was the very good. We hit up and down the lineup, great pitching, great defense, and you can't ask for more than that.
All right. I want everybody to look in the camera. I got one last thing for you to do here. And how many of you guys think you guys are going to win the championship?
For sure.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Very good. I love the confidence. Well, look in the camera here and give me a big hi, Mom, on 3, okay? You guys ready to go? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Mom!
All right. Good luck to you, Coach. And we'll see you guys after.
Well, she's asleep.
Thank you, guys.
So that was a great interview with the coach there, and they're into they were into the championship game early, but there was still 2 games left in that division, and so you had the Gamers Blue still left to play.
Dynamite, right?
Yeah, the Dynamite, and we had a really good game, but we had a great interview with the Gamers Blue after they got into the semifinals game. So let's go to the interview on that one. I'm here with 3 members of the St. Louis Gamers 12U AAA Major Squad, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what's your name?
Grayson Sturdy. Carson Stiley. Logan Neeson.
Guys just had a big win, getting ready to play the semifinal game, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Who was the starting pitcher today?
Logan.
Oh, it was you, starting pitcher. Well, let's come over here and go. Did you throw a complete game?
Yes.
Did you really? So were you striking a lot of people out or putting ball in play?
The ball is really put in play, but our defense is really good, so they made a lot of the plays.
Very good, very good. And where do you play at?
First base.
And Grayson?
Left field.
So you had a lot of plays, right? Yeah. Were you picking over there?
Yes, sir.
Did you get any balls hit to you, Grayson?
No, sir.
Nothing? Okay. What do you expect coming up in this semifinal game? Grayson?
I think it's going to be a challenge. We played this team last year. It was a good game. I think it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be 2 good teams going at it to get to the finals.
Very good. How about you?
It's going to be a competition. No, they're going to come out strong, but we're going to come out stronger.
Very good, very good. I love the confidence. Hey, guys, good luck to you. And those Gamers kids really played a good game getting into it. And it was a lot of fun interviewing. There was one young man, he was a natural. So Gamers were into the semifinals, and all we had left was the St. Louis Dynamite Black against Team Illini. Against Team Illini.
In the finals?
To get into the semifinals.
Okay.
Get into the semifinals. And so they took care of their business there. And we had a quick interview with them right there and talked a little bit with them, and it was a lot of fun. We're here today with Coach David Hartman of the St. Louis Dynamite and Gavin Richards. And we wanted to talk a little bit. They're getting ready to play a semifinal game against the St. Louis Gamers Blue in this Spotlight Division, the 12U AAA Major, correct? Coach, how are the boys doing?
They're doing well. We've gotten off to a good start this year, and the boys are playing well. I'm enjoying it.
Very good, very good. And we got Gavin Richards here. And Gavin, the reason why we're talking to you, Coach said you just hit a bomb earlier today.
No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday?
Yes.
What field were you on?
This field.
This field here? That's 300-foot fences.
It's not much.
It's not much. Coach, what do you think you guys got to do?
I think we got to play like we've been playing, and we'll be all right.
Very good, very good. All right. Good luck to you guys in the semifinal. Coach, thanks for taking the time. Hey, remember, hit them where they ain't, right? Yep. All right. Thanks, guys. And so now we have this set, Dave. You have your Gamers versus St. Louis Dynamite Black. Last semifinal. You know what? And I have to come back to that. I was incorrect because it was the St. Louis Force that beat Team Illini to get into the championship game. So it's my fault. So it was the St. Louis Dynamite Black against the Gamers Blue to get into the championship game. And that was a dynamite of a game.
Dynamite, huh?
Well, the Dynamite did come out on top, 4-3.
And from what I understand, though, they had to come back because it was a 3-0 ball game on the other side. If I remember, the umpires came up and said, "Man, that was a great game. I really enjoyed umpiring that game."
It was. We got some footage, and we'll be putting together some highlight packages. We'll have some stuff here that you'll be able to see some highlights. It'll be up on the community page from the weekend. And so Lauren, she'll have that URL up to where you can go and see this stuff. And we're going to push it out. But, man, it really was a fantastic tournament that way. A lot of good plays. And, we did the interview with the winning pitcher and the pitcher who got the save in that game from the St. Louis Dynamite Black. So, well, let's take that away and let's check out these young men. It was a really good interview. I'm here with the St. Louis Dynamite starting pitcher. What is your name?
JD Dorman.
And JD just finished off getting the win in the semifinal game heading to the championship. Hey, man, how'd you pitch?
All right.
Just all right?
Yeah, just all right.
Okay, so did you throw some strikes?
Yeah, but they can hit, so they hit it.
But you know what? Did you battle?
Yeah, I did.
And you're throwing strikes, putting the ball in play. Did your defense play behind you?
Yes. Yep, they did.
Very good, very good. So how many innings did you get, JD?
I think 5.
5. What was the final score?
4-3.
4-3, a tight ball game. And what is your name, young man?
Mason.
Mason, you came in and finished the game, yes?
Yes.
So how is it coming in that tight situation?
It's usually normal for me, but I always come in and pitch very well.
Very good. How many? So you came in and pitched the last inning, correct?
Yes, sir.
Closed it out.
Yes, sir.
So you got the win and the save. That's pretty good, gentlemen. So ready for that championship game?
Yes.
You think you'll get a chance to close that one out?
Yes, sir. We have one of our starting pitchers going, and then I'll probably close it out.
So it's just a matter of how many innings you pitch, though, right, and stuff like that. So what do you guys expect in this championship game?
We got to pitch and hit. I think that we're going to hit a lot of balls pretty far, and then our pitching is going to be spot on.
Very good. Well, hey, guys, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the save. Hey, we got JD Mason. Good luck to you in the championship game, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun talking to those young men. And you know, the Dynamite, they're sitting there, championship game, and now we have the Dynamite and the Force in this championship game. And there was a lot of hitting in this game. A lot of hitting, a lot of back and forth. Coach Meddy, who is 9-3 right now in Game 7 tournament play. I mean, that's a great record. They're number 2 in the rankings. They're going up against a very good St. Louis Dynamite team that they can just mash.
Yeah, Coach Dave Hartman has a talented ball club there.
Unfortunately, we were talking about this earlier. One of his players had an unfortunate accident in the semifinal game. I was talking to Coach Hartman. We want to give a shout out. I don't have his name in front of me. I'm sorry about that. His number is 99. He was playing third base. It was a collision, and from what I heard, they think that his ankle was broken. Had a fracture in a couple places in his ankle. So, a lot of well wishes to you, young man. Come back, get back soon.
Yeah, get well soon for a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. So, but in the end, St. Louis Dynamite Black came out on top. I believe the final was 12-7. So it was a lot of hitting there. And in a tournament like this, pitching is key, isn't it?
Yes. The longevity of the tournament, depending on how many teams are in there and how we have it formatted, you could play up to 6 or 7 games in a weekend time span. So you definitely have to have some arms to make it to that final game.
And, and honestly, you look at a 12-7 ball game in a championship game, hey, kudos to those pitchers because, you're getting tired at the end of this weekend. Like you said, you're pushing, you're playing. That's third game on a Sunday. it's just attrition at this point, and who's going to make a play?
Well, 12U, I think the hitters have the advantage too at that, because I mean they're seeing that at 12U and they're at the same distance. I don't know. I love the division. It's a very, very, very big division for us this year. Year in and year out, you'll get a dry type age division.
Right.
And this 12U has been very, very fortunate for us and very, very big every weekend and week out.
So we're going to take you here just to a abbreviated trophy ceremony video showing featuring the Force Elite and St. Louis Dynamite. We'll have the full video, the full ceremony video on our website on the community page, so you can check it out. But just here's a glimpse of the trophy ceremony from the 12U AAA Major Division.
To thank the Ellisville field crew for yesterday. It rained for 3 hours straight yesterday. We didn't miss a beat. They called in a bunch of people. So guys, help me in clapping it up for the people at Ellisville here. Thank you, Ellisville. It means a lot when you see the president of the association out here rolling up his sleeves, throwing Diamond Dry out on the field and raking the fields for us to play. So thanks again. Guys, check us out. We are with Red Earth today. Our good friends Brian is with us here at Red Earth. Check out their Facebook page. It'll be on YouTube. We do some live segments and stuff. Like I said, this young man right here, he's going to make you famous, 13. He really is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for this weekend's runner-up. It's the St. Louis Force and Coach Meddy. Congratulations, Bob. Okay, now for the champs of our 12U AAA Major Division, let's give it up to Coach Hartman, the Dynamite Black. Coach, great job out there this weekend.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Congrats again to Dave Hartman and his group and Coach Meddy and his group. We hope to see you again soon. Yeah? And now let's move to our last Spotlight division. 13U AAA Major. We started off when we came out, there was a group that came up from Olive Branch, Mississippi, the Easley Baseball Club. Good group of kids. This whole division, again, was a strong division, correct?
Yes, it was very strong.
From the both Missouri Gators teams that were in it to the EBC team to the Missouri Elite to who else? Oh, my gosh, who am I missing, Dave? I'm missing somebody. I'm missing two teams. I know. Didn't you have a band? There was a Bandits team there.
Bandits, yeah, black team.
Edgar.
They did well.
They did well. So it was good competition out there. And the most exciting thing was I was talking with Coach Chris Craddock, and the day before, man, they had a walk-off win. And I'm going to do a little spoiler alert as we walk into this, but no, I'm not. We came in here and we were watching the bracket play, and we came into the game with the Missouri Gators and the
EBC.
EBC, yes. And we've got a interview with Coach Craddock and his group after a walk-off win. So we're going to cue that up right now and let you check that out. Hey, guys, I'm here with the Gators and Coach Craddock. And what's your name, young man?
Andrew Koviak. Adam Shipley.
Adam was the starting pitcher in today's semifinal, and we saw you hit a 3-run bomb right over center field, man. What were you looking for on that pitch?
I was looking to hit it hard and far.
And you ended up doing it, right?
Yeah.
Did he throw you a fastball?
Mm-hmm. Right down the middle, just how I like it.
There you go. There you go. Was that a big moment in the game?
Yeah.
Did it tied the game, right?
Yeah, it led into extra innings.
Very good. Very good. Starting pitcher, yeah? How many innings you go, buddy?
4.
I believe it was 4.
4, yeah.
4. How was your pitches working?
It was working. It wasn't my best day, but I could have done better. But overall, it was all right day.
Very good, very good. Guys making plays behind you?
Yeah, mostly.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Hey, you guys feel good about that win?
Yeah, it feels good. It means a lot, and yeah.
Very good, very good. Coach, How you feel about these kids today getting a big win?
That's huge. The other day in pool play, we faced this team from Mississippi, and we're down 5-1 going to last inning. They came back. We won 6-5 on a walk-off hit by pitch. And today it was, I think we were down 4 going into the last inning and kind of rattled the ball a little bit. And one of the guys over there said, hey, I think we might have a little deja vu today. And Andrew obviously had the big 3-run home run that really put the momentum in our favor. And they got some good hard-throwing guys that supplied the power, and he's about 100 pounds soaking wet, and he took it over that 300-foot fence. So it's a good day, and now we got obviously the big one here with Missouri Elite, and job's not done yet.
Very good, very good. Well, hey, guys, congratulations on the win. That was big. Coach, good luck to you in the championship game.
Thank you.
It was a really good ball game, and there was these 2 young men, you caught the one young man, hit a 3-run home run in that game that tied the game and really pushed that into the extra innings and moved that forward that way. The Missouri Elite had played a good quality opponent in their semifinal game moving into the championship game. So let's talk to the Missouri Elite real quick and get some of their thoughts after their big semifinal win. I'm here with the Missouri Elite. They just finished off their semifinal with a win, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, and how many tournaments have you played this year so far? How many?
2.
2. How have you done so far?
Pretty good.
Hang on, Coach. You got to let me get over here. Here you go.
So we played 14U a couple weeks ago, which were 13U, and got beat in the semifinals. So this is our first 13U, and we're in the finals. So happy.
Very good, very good. Coach, what do you think about these kids?
A lot of hard work and dedication has paid off, so I'm proud of them.
Very good, very good. Hey guys, who do you don't know who you'll be facing in the championship game? Does it really matter, Coach?
No, it never does.
Do you feel like these kids are growing from the? How long have you been with them so far?
I started Missouri Elite 13 years ago, so 4 of these kids are original Elite players, and we've just added. We're not a team that chops house every year and gets 5 new players. We live with what we got, and we get better. And yes, they have gotten a lot better.
Very good, very good. Well, hey guys, I got one more thing for you here, whatnot, and you got to do it real nice and loud, okay? Can you do this? Can you handle it?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He'll yell at you.
See all these folks out here?
Yeah. Thank you.
They support you, don't they?
Yes, 100%.
So I want a big thank you, Mom and Dad, on 3. You ready? Yeah. All right. I mean big. It's got to be big. I want those people in those houses over there to hear you. That's pretty good. Okay, you ready? Thanks, Mom and Dad, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Mom and Dad!
There you go. Missouri Elite. Congrats, guys. Thanks, Coach. So we had one more semifinal game to play. And I'm going to go right here because I want to make sure that I'm looking at the right thing here, Dave. Because, sometimes it just pays to be on top of it.
Well, yeah, I'd like to give a big shout out to Shaker Turner and his organization. Thanks for coming up from Mississippi for the weekend. You guys are with us, I think, in June or July. You're coming back. And your 10U is with us this weekend down in Branson. So we appreciate your support, and thanks for making the long trip up.
There we go. And, that's the thing. It's always about getting some good competition, getting that, putting yourself in that position to play, the best teams you can. And so exactly. So the Missouri Gators played a walk-off game in pool play against that EBC team. They come back in the semifinal. They had gotten the number 1 seed. They come back in the semifinal. They had another walk-off with that 2-run home run. I mean, it's just good baseball. Just playing hard. They had 3, and so we get into the championship game, and you've got the Missouri Gators against the Missouri Elite, 2 good clubs, and the final of that was 6-5, and the Gators again walked off with another win. It was another walk-off, and it was just impressive.
Yeah, look at those final scores there. Gators 8-7 over EBC, and then in the finals 6-5 over Missouri Elite.
Exactly. I mean, it's good baseball, good quality baseball, and we'll have some of those highlights again. We're going to be putting up these highlights. It's too much to go into right now, but we will have highlights from those games with the walk-off hits and the things like that. It's all going to be on our website at redearthprod.com/community page. And so we want to put those things up there for you so you can check those out. It's a lot of fun. So, and we'll have a real quick trophy ceremony that we want to show you. And we're going to finish up with Dave here and his interview with the winning coach, Chris Craddock. So take a look.
Let's give out some shirts this weekend. Runner-up goes to Coach Pearson and the Elite. And now for our champions, ladies and gentlemen, the 13U division this weekend. Let's give it up to Chris Craddock and the Gators. All right, hey, we're back live here with Coach Chris Craddock here with the Gators, 13U AAA Major. He was just victorious here, Coach. I watched from down there. It looks like you had a couple tough games here at the end. A semifinal game was a doozy, huh?
Yeah, semifinal game. I think we were down 5-2 in the last inning. Andrew Koviak hit a 3-run bomb to tie it up and walked off on them. The same team we walked off on the day before, coming back from a 5-1 game. So going into this last one, we were down another 3 runs, and because they've kind of been the cardiac cards this weekend, I thought they had a shot, and they kind of put it in play. And you know, baseball's not always fair, and the ball bounced our way today, and we came out on top this week. But Elite played a really good game, and you know, I think we were even on hits, and in the end, we came out victorious. And next time, it may not be that way.
That shot that you're referring to in the semifinal game, that was the one over center field, correct?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I was down there and I heard the crack of the bat, and I said, well, that sounds good. And I'd look out, and lo and behold, it's flying over to the center field fence. Coach, you were number 1 seed there in your division.
Yep.
You went through unscathed, undefeated, correct?
Yes, barely.
Hey, that's why they call it a good game of baseball, right? You want this good competition.
That's right. That's
We
right.
appreciate the team coming up from down south there to play you guys. It's always welcome.
Yeah, they were good.
I know you guys got to travel a lot to find good competition and stuff, but it's good that they come up here to St. Louis, and thanks for showing them what St. Louis is all about.
Yeah, it was. They were nice. They had a couple big-time arms that we got to see, and seeing arms like that's only going to make us better as we go on the season. Next week we go to Springfield, Illinois. We're back with you guys later in the year, so it was a good weekend.
Coach, we not only appreciate your team, but your whole club. They're very good to Game 7, and go enjoy the rest of this evening with your ball club, and congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. That was a lot of fun talking with Chris, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chris, a good guy, man. Good guy, good customer, and congratulations, Chris, and Missouri Gators.
Absolutely. We got one more piece of business to handle here, and in our spotlight, of course, everybody knows that Cool Bats is sponsoring our top award, our Tournament Outstanding Player. And we're giving that award out to in our featured, in our spotlight age brackets, which we will change up. Next week, our spotlight brackets will be different. They won't be the 12U and the 13U. We're going to shake it up. And our semifinal coaches nominated 4 kids, 1 from each team, that we pulled from a hat. And again, this award, we talked to the coaches. These young men were chosen for their character, their commitment to the community, both on and off the field. And this week we had a great winner in Riker Benz from the St. Louis Dynamite. And we got a chance to give out that award, and here's a little bit of that award ceremony there. Hey, we're here today with Mr. Riker Benz from the St. Louis Dynamite. They just won the 12U AAA Major Championship, and we're going to award you the top award for the Show Me Slam, sponsored by Cool Bats. It represents character, commitment, and community, both on and off the field, and your coach nominated you for that, and Dave and I, we just picked it at random, and your name came up. So congratulations, young man. Appreciate that, and Dave's got something for you right here.
Keep up the good work on and off the field, young man, all right? Yes, sir. Congratulations.
So there you go, right there. Look in the camera. You guys say thanks, Cool Bats.
Thank you, Cool Bats.
All right, very good, very good. Congrats. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Riker Benz, and thanks to Cool Bats for that outstanding trophy bat. It is a cool-looking trophy bat.
Thank you, Jeff.
Absolutely, man. Dave, any closing thoughts?
Another big weekend on tap, my friend, this weekend. We have the Cinco de Mayo, which is always a fan favorite, so we'll see if Pedro makes an appearance this year.
Pedro has got to make an appearance with the sombrero and the stash, man. Yeah. And a little Spanish. You got to brush up on your Spanish, bro.
Yeah, I'll have to ask my daughter. I know cerveza, that's about it.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Yeah.
That's the other one you need if you got cerveza. You know what that is, right?
No, I better.
Where's the bathroom? So, hey, you know what, everybody? Have a great rest of your week, and we appreciate you tuning into the show. Remember, if you're out at a Game 7 tournament, go to our community page. The link for the Game 7 upload, the video upload is there. If you've taken a video of your player at a Game 7 tournament, send it in to us. We want to get it. We want to put it into the show and have some fun. So be involved. We'd love to have you there, and we look forward to seeing you out at those events. Dave?
Until next time.
Absolutely. Remember, everybody, we'll see you at the ballpark.